Hello, Ski. Welcome to another D&DDT taping with the Tasty Boys. We're back for episode 104 and 105. We're going to be taping our podcast version of this, but as we did last time and every other Wednesday here on twitch.tv/KnownWorldUnited, we'll be live streaming our tapings with the illustrious players and myself. So we'll get going. We're going to start recording, and then we'll introduce all the boys. We do 2 tapings every other Wednesday, so we'll be recording episode 104, taking a little break, Ski, and then we'll come back and record episode 105 with this lovely live studio audience. So, without further ado, let's get rolling. Hello, Culinary Experience fans. This is D&DDT with the one and only Tasty Boys.
Tasty
Boys.
Welcome to episode 104 of our ongoing fast casual culinary experience of a Dungeons & Dragons 5e campaign. I am Beard, aka James, your illustrious DM, and I'm joined by 5 of the tastiest adventurers out there, and I'll let them introduce themselves in order of... Oh, geez. Well, let's just start on the left since we're rolling. Nate.
All right, I am Nate, your D&D ringer, playing Bard Extraordinaire Horatio Hetfeld. And last time on D&DDT, I was not shaking hands and taking some sort of weird shadow damage.
True story. All right. Kleatos.
Oh, hey, I'm Warrior. I play Kleatos B'Goar, spelled like it sounds. Minotaur monk, red meat babyface, tuned to DiggerDoomtree and Horatio Hetfeld, but not Big Bloody Rock Leafbottom, as we found out last episode. Also, last time on D&DDT, I tried to keep the party together and I failed miserably.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 ain't bad.
Pretty good for us, honestly.
Digger.
I am Oren Veit, resident international deathmatch Iron Man superstar, playing DiggerDoomtree, Tabaxi Warlock of the Void patron, attuned to Kleatos B'Goar, and I'm just having a good time. Currently, that might change as all things do, but yeah, living my best life, laying traps and taking snaps. You know, that's the code I live by.
That's good to know. I was not aware of that. That explains so much. So much. Speaking of, his room is trapped, and he just got clapped with a deadly handshake. Perhaps it's Rift and Fitz.
Hey, referee Dan Fitzgerald here, playing Lom McHillface, who is definitely not having a good day. The one that shook the hands and separated the party. I have no explanations or excuses. This is me. This is on me. I fully accept my responsibilities here.
All right.
I think that's a first for the Tasty Boys.
We're learning all sorts of new things about the Tasty Boys. It only took 104 episodes.
104.
Taps and snaps and taking responsibility. What will they think of next? Joel?
Character growth.
It's going to be a confusing night. I am Joel at Finger Twitchings, playing Big Bloody Rock Leafbottom, the halfling barbarian, now monk. Last time, got punched a bunch by Kleatos in a learning moment that may or may not have taken.
All right. Well, when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were trying to solve a little bit of a mystery. Their good friend, Elijah Doolittle, experienced some unconsciousness, and through the life bond shared by Kleatos B'Goar with pretty much everybody and their mom, we were led to him recovering, and we'll pick up right where we left off, which was Lom deciding to go and reinterrogate Lus about where he's been after there was doubt cast upon him. They met. There was a brief interrogation / conversation, and then Lom was reaching across to give Lus the old tasty embrace, and he started to feel not so good. So, Dan, I want you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's easy. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So as you, there's no life of too much shaming in this dojo. That's correct. That's correct. So as you are holding this, you're starting to feel really kind of drained, really kind of pallid, like your will to live is just draining out of you. And as you feel yourself starting to black out, you projectile vomit all over the desk of Lus, and your tum-tum's giving you a little some, and it's telling you maybe you drank a little too much, my friend. Lus is not super happy about this, but immediately calls some people in to help clean you up and clean up his desk, which is real covered in dwarf vomit right now.
Yeah. I'm just going to look at him, take 2 steps back, bonus action rage to activate my swiftness and book out of there.
All right.
And I'm booking it back to the boys.
A fast casual drive-by puking. It's an all-new low for the Tasty Boys. All
There's just a
right.
cartoon dust version of me standing right there. That's how fast I'm gone.
Oh, Nate, if you don't have inspiration, take inspiration.
Wait.
Dan, if you don't have inspiration, take inspiration. All right. So, Lom, you start running. If you could let me know in the chat where you're headed.
Oh, I said it. I was going to run back to the boys.
Are you going to run back to the boys covered in vom?
Second,
first
that's my
task.
least of my worries.
All right, excellent. So let's not even dispense with that. Moments after you wrap up the conversation you were having, you see Lom, covered in his own sick, appear at the door.
Lom, what did you do?
Hold on. Yeah, I know. I look like crap. I went to go talk to Les. We shook hands. I felt something from him. Constitution good. Only upchuck just a lot, but I'm still conscious. Man, that hurt. I think I know what happened to Elijah. Ow. It is Les. Ow.
What? Elijah didn't throw up.
Yeah, but
Are
he
you sure
didn't
you're not
probably
drunk? Are you drunk, Lom?
Not right now. Horatio took care of that when I woke up.
It smells like you're drunk.
It smelled like last night, I know, but it's Les. Trust me. Something's not right with him. We shook hands, and this was the byproduct of it. He did something to me. Ow. I swear on my life. Ow.
What?
Pumped your stomach?
Sure, Rock, if that's going to help you understand this. Sure. Ow.
What do you mean he did something to you?
We shook hands, I felt something, and then, yeah. All I know, it was not natural.
Probably sick.
I'm fine.
No, I mean lust, because you shake hands. It goes from person A to person B. So, like, he's sick and you shook hands, and now you're sick.
Okay, is Elijah getting sick? Or is he just in pain?
No,
I mean,
he's not
he's in
sick at all.
bed.
Yeah, I'm in pain just about as much as him. He's doing something to people, whether he knows it or not.
Hero.
Well, okay. Well, let's go talk to him then.
I don't think
Figure
he
out what's
knows.
going on. Well, I mean, Who do you think would know instead? Who should we go talk to?
Lom just kind of sits on his ass and rubs his temples because he's just trying to figure out what to do.
Okay, we're gonna go do my thing then, because you don't have an idea.
Yeah, I'll follow. I'll bring up the rear.
Thurston, do you want to join us?
Well, let me tell you something right here. I think that, Lom, maybe if you take just 1 minute here, we clean you up a little bit before we head back out. As much as I enjoy the smell of sick, I don't think that everybody else is going to appreciate it. And as we are guests here, I
Right.
think it might be best if we, try to tidy ourselves up a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
Have some respect.
Sorry.
Come on, son.
I freaked out and I made a ran for it.
You ran from the sick. You made a
I-
sick in his office, and then you ran. Did you apologize or anything?
You can see it
Because
behind him.
of
There's
what
a big
happened.
trail of.
It's because of what happened, the situation with Lust that caused this, that everything just freaked me out, overloaded, and I just sensory overload or something, and I ran.
So as you're talking, he's just going to like press to digitate, just like blast you with water, and just
That's
like
fine. That's just fine.
And then he's like, "Okay, Lom, same plan. You bring up the rear, dry yourself off, son. I'm gonna clean this up on our way, and we'll have a little conversation with Lus and see what we can see." So Thurston
sir.
will kind of walk kind of side by side, Kleatos, with you, cleaning as you go. And about halfway there, you guys run into Presto and a couple of the other gnomes. That are cleaning up the rest of it. You guys basically have like met in the same way. Presto's pretty excited to see Rock again, and just letting you know that like no harm, no foul. Just cleaning up the sick. It's all right. Hey, happens to the best of us. Sometimes a little too much.
Mhm.
Got moderation.
That's good advice,
I'll
Lom. You
remember
should
that.
take it. You should
I'll-
listen.
I'll
And then
to
he
remember
like
that.
he switches over to like a dry mop, and he starts like cleaning up the like wet streak of Thurston, like clearing things off, going the other way. So you guys make your way to Lus's office. Lus is doing his best to clean up a bit and rearrange things that were on his desk. And Thurston kind of like gets there and then kind of ushers to you guys to take the lead.
Okay, yeah, Kleatos will go
I'm
inside.
hanging outside the office. I'm not going in.
Lom, come on in. You gotta come in here too. It's a group effort. Be part of the group, Lom.
I hide.
Did Elijah come with?
No, Elijah's I think still out. Like he was sleeping.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure.
I'm rolling stealth to hide.
Am I there?
We were all together. Did you come with us?
16
I
plus
assume
7
so.
is my stealth. I'm hiding.
Okay. So Lom, like Kleatos, you turn around and be like, Lom, you got to come. And like Lom's just not there.
Classic.
Classic Lom. Hey, Les. Sorry about your office.
Well, it seems that your compatriot had a little bit too much drink last evening.
Yeah, that's not too uncommon for Lom. Man, it's weird being back in here. He used to sleep in here all the time.
Yeah.
It's like he threw up in my bed, in a way.
I know the feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean it's rough, but hey, are you feeling okay?
Other than having one of my compatriots make sick all over my desk and worldly possessions, I feel fine.
Okay.
It's been a productive day up until this last 12 minutes or so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Elijah got hurt. He said he was near you, and Lom was saying that when he shook your hand, he started to feel real bad, and that's why he threw up. So I don't know. I mean, he could just be drunk. But
Well,
you
He's
know,
probably
he did
drunk.
shake my hand, and he did ask me about Elijah, but as I told him, I've not seen Elijah today.
yeah, no, I mean, I remember we were just back there. It's just, we got to kind of cover all our bases and whatnot.
Mind your
So
P's and Q's.
mind our
Yes.
P's and Q's. Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's certainly disturbing, but
hmm
he did have quite a bit to drink. He was passed out on the deck
I know.
for
I
the
remember.
majority of the day.
It's amazing sometimes how much he can throw up. Like you look at all of it and you're like, how did all of that fit in there?
I know not.
I've hung out with Lom a lot longer than you, but if you hang out with him long enough, you'll start to wonder about that. But hey,
Dwarves do seem to have a preternatural ability to put drink away and not necessarily have it be congruent with the size of them.
yeah, no, it's amazing. It's like a medical miracle of some kind, like a gross one. Like, you know what? No need to go into details. Look, sorry to bother you. We just wanted to check all bases. We're gotta go make sure Elijah's doing okay. But anyway, sorry about your office. Let's just call it good and we'll shake on it, okay?
Yeah, please let me know. He reaches across.
Yeah.
You guys do the shaky.
Rock kind of steps back from Kleatos as they're shaking, just in case.
It's a witch hunt.
See, it's
The witch.
It's fine, you guys. These guys are. Well, I'm just drunk. It's no big deal. Again, sorry. Yeah, and Kleatos will head outside.
Right. Anybody else want to make any checks or anything like that? Feeling okay?
Once I'll be the last one to leave,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
I'll talk to Les on my way out.
All right.
That's
Something
how you
on your
know
mind?
it's not combat.
Say that again, Rock.
That's how you know it's not combat. Digger is the last to leave.
I am currently from my hiding spot watching all of this go down, just kind of watching with a keen eye.
All right. Horatio, did you want to do anything before we go to Digger and Les? Sorry.
As I go out, I'll put out my hand and shake with Les as well.
Okay. You shake. Nothing happens.
All right.
It was fine. It didn't seem weird. Didn't feel weird. Just felt like a handshake.
Felt like every other handshake. Les has extended his hand to you.
All right. I'll just inside again, just in case.
Okay.
But probably not. Probably seems like he was on 11.
Yeah. Les is Les. Yeah.
Okay.
Outside of being kind of overly stoic, nothing out of the ordinary.
He does that sometimes. I keep telling him to loosen up, but he's very like, I'm the captain.
So he takes his responsibility seriously.
It's respectable.
Yeah. All right. Digger.
Everybody leaves.
Yeah.
I just go home and I tell him, like, hey man, I don't know what's going on or why everybody's blaming you for what's happened today, but I would just keep your head on a swivel and be on the lookout. I know that you're on the up and up, but for some reason they're doubting you, or at least some of them are.
I would say that you should do the same, because your small, sick dwarven companion had told me not to trust you.
Yeah, well, I've tried to kill him on occasions for good reason. I mean, I'm very open about that, and he doesn't like that. He's not a big fan. Understandably so. But yeah, I obviously have a certain level of loyalty and camaraderie with you. So I'm just trying to look out for you when it comes to this stuff. I'll keep my eye out for anything suspicious. And
I appreciate that. I don't like these kind of happenings on my ship, Digger.
No, I can only imagine. If I had a ship, that would be the last thing I'd want, is for other people to come on my ship and then accuse me of doing stuff that I know I'm not doing. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
Baseless accusations don't bother me, Digger. As I imagine that as a tabaxi, they do not bother you. But
literally
we should all watch our backs and each other's backs to ensure that nobody accidentally murders one another, regardless of what kind of relationships we have with one another. Not on my ship.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if I were to murder Lom, it would not be accidental, and everybody would know. So that's like well known in the group. It's one of like the TB like terms of service that you sign. Digger can kill Lom at any time, but that's not accidental. Totally different thing.
Yes, accidental death and incidental death are very different. Either way,
Absolutely.
I would prefer to keep both of them off my ship.
Well,
be advised,
yeah, I don't want
and advise your boys as well.
I don't want the gnomes to work overtime. They've already done enough cleanup. I feel like we've already made him work too hard because Lom can't keep his drink down. I apologize for that, by the way.
We all have our burdens to bear.
Yeah, well, that guy, he's quite the lush, let me tell you. Well,
I would say
I'll be seeing you.
He who casts the first stone, Digger. We all have our...
Who's he?
Fair.
I give him one of these.
Okay. All right. He like slaps and like just hold his like you hold your hand, your paw out, and he like holds his out, and you're like,
yep.
And he's like,
and then I look at him. We go up, bah. Like, oh, yeah. It's a triple threat, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And in the end,
he goes back to cleaning up his desk that's been cleaned up and putting things back where they were. All right, so you guys head out into the hallway. Lom, are you waiting for them to come through, or are you revealing yourself, or how are you guys? What do you guys want to? How do you guys want to proceed?
When we're away from the office, I'm still following them stealth, and when we're far enough away from the office, I'll pop back out.
Okay.
All pop back out in a way that we can see, or pop back out on like the other side of the ship. You're like, suckers.
More like, you're funny.
Which one? I don't know. Are you going to be here or not?
I am with you. You guys just can't see me.
Well, okay, then we won't.
Oh, does anybody think it's weird that we all of a sudden don't know where Lom is?
No, that seems pretty normal. We haven't known where Lom is for like weeks.
Yeah, well, if only he would have died.
Wow, Digger, that's mean.
That's on brand, though.
It is. I'm not surprised. No one else was going to say it's mean, so it's mean. It's mean. It's hurtful when you say those things.
You're not wrong.
To him?
Yeah. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I mean, it does a little bit because that would be sad. But, like, not directly. It's not like you're going to. It's not like you're going to kill me. So
I would never.
For what it's worth, Elijah has not been in that office.
He hasn't?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to add that to the clue board, which is keep it up here in my brain.
Do you need me to make a clue board?
Can you make a clue board?
Mm-hmm.
Can you get it out of your backpack?
Like, it was like super oddly antagonistic. You need me to make a clue board?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make a board.
You need a tow, dude? I can get you a tow.
Yeah, like it'll be cool. Like we'll have a place to store our information. Like half of us will be able to read it. It's gonna be great.
You'll be suspects.
Digger, do you want to build a clue board?
No, no,
It doesn't have to be a clue board.
stop it, you.
As long as we can get Colonel Mustard on there as the main suspect. That's all.
Joel, if you don't have inspiration, you can take inspiration.
I mean, I don't know who that is, but we haven't ruled them out. So
Are they on the
I'm
ship?
open to it.
You can never rule Colonel Mustard out.
I
That
mean,
guy
there
is-
wasn't.
They're one of
he's
the old
proficient.
Chicago members.
He's proficient with candlesticks, ropes, knives, guns,
It's
and
a gun.
he doesn't have like a specific place of like doing his crimes. He's a legendary killer.
Okay.
You
Well,
can
then
never
yeah, we
rule
should.
that guy out.
We should definitely have him on the board.
Thank you. That's all. That's
I'm
all I
gonna
need.
throw a quick punch, like square into Digger's chest.
Oh man.
All right.
Too bad you can't hit me though.
21.
Nope. Yep. I think that hits my 15. Pretty beefy.
It does 6 points of damage, but Rock looks at you very sincerely and says, "Did that feel warm? Did you feel like life?"
No, pants are dry.
Damn.
It just hurt a lot. You're very strong. And my solar plexus needs some work. Clearly.
I mean, apparently my punches need work. That you should feel life.
Joel,
All right.
make me a religion check.
I'm just
10.
gonna-
Okay.
You're almost certain that Digger doesn't know what life is.
I'm just gonna reappear next to Thurston and just not be saying anything right now.
Lom, you smell much better. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is Lom here?
Yeah, he's right here.
What? Where? Lom.
He must have just been hanging around the back. You know, hey, he's had a hard day.
No,
know?
it's fine. It's just okay.
I mean, I watched the entire thing. I don't care if you guys don't believe me. That man's a filthy liar.
I'm
And,
not saying I
um,
don't believe you. I'm saying that we don't know what it is. Lom.
I'm saying I don't believe you. You're a liar. It's kind of odd that you weren't there the whole time when all of us
Oh, no, I
decided to
was.
go speak to us.
Oh no, I was there. I watched the entire thing. You just couldn't see me.
Joke's
And
on you. I'm omnipotent.
and to
You don't
Lom's
even know what that
point,
word means.
Lus was filthy because there was vomit all over the place. So one
Thank
of the
you, Rock.
things that Lom has said checks out.
Thank you, Rock.
Well, and we don't know that it's not Lus. We just know that nothing happened when Kleatos and I shook his hand. But then there were lots of witnesses.
But
And
aren't,
Digger
like,
did that weird slippity slappity thing that he does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we do it all the time. It's normal.
Yeah.
Are there people who can't do that?
Doesn't mean that I understand it, Kleatos.
Okay, it's just a cool hand thing. It's fun.
well, something's going on this boat.
I know, Mom.
I'm gonna go
Look,
check in.
look.
I'm gonna go check on Elijah.
Oh, okay.
Have you checked the children?
Which children might that be, Digger?
You know, the ones that probably turned into vampires. Has anybody checked on them?
The
They're not
children that were
vampires.
evacuated?
Yeah.
Are they here?
Well, some of them are here. Some of them are in hiding. But we were able to bring some with, yeah. To the best of my knowledge, none of them have been supping on each other or any of the Tasty Boys Interdimensional employees.
Yet.
Digger, if you would like to go and see how the children are, it's the first time I've known you to care about other people's welfare besides your own. But if you want to go check on them, you and I can go check on them. We'll see what's what. No, you just all right. Yeah, you're muted. Yeah, I can't hear what he's saying. Are you miming? Digger, have you lost your voice? Who did this to you? Was it Lus? Was it Lom? Digger, answer me. Oh my God. Somebody. Oh, the doctor. Digger's had his voice stolen. My God, I cannot
This
believe.
happened. No, this happens sometimes. Sometimes there's like a bird, and it's like on a tree over there, and he just like looks at it.
Who's doing it? Is it the void?
And
Add it to the clue board. And it happened after he did the fist thing with Lus.
Horatio, can you talk?
I can.
Oh my God. Are you sure this isn't a void thing, Digger? It seems like a void thing. Ain't nobody else associated with the void. Everybody else can speak. Kleatos, can you speak?
yeah, I can speak. I'm speaking.
Yeah,
right now.
Rock, how about you?
Yes?
Yeah, Lom?
So
Yeah,
yes,
well,
I can speak.
he's giggling, but I assume that he's all right.
Dan is having a giggle speak.
If you're not possessed by the void, say something now.
Something now.
Something now.
Something now.
Something now.
Something
Oh
now.
no. Oh no.
But it's
Get him. Get him.
Folks, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back to table a little bit more of episode 104 with the only one and only Tasty Boys.
Boys.
Thirsty boys.
yeah. I can like almost hear you.
You can hear like a little crackle.
And we're back. Warren, can you hear us?
We're back.
Excellent.
Oh, dude, still?
Oh,
Still? I thought you fixed your audio.
Digga, what happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You
Well,
can
we
hear
were
me,
all
right?
talking, and we said non-void take or over person say what? And everybody else said what? Or
I said
something
what?
something now. Were you possessed?
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, it's because I had my clamshells on. When you put your clamshells on your ears, it sometimes you can't project.
Yeah, why
Magic's
don't you put
weird.
clamshells on when we're having a conversation in the first place, Digger.
I've heard it's like the new way of doing things. It's really like socially unacceptable, but people do it anyway.
Well,
How
that
do you
checks
do,
out.
fellow kids?
All right.
Trying
So
to save times.
did you need to still check on the children?
No, because when I check on kids, they grab me by the scruff of my neck, and I
Yeah.
don't like that. Also,
No,
I'm not invested in children. They say sometimes children are the future. I don't know if I believe that 100%. I think
Yeah.
it's the elves because they live the longest.
I feel
You
like you don't
believe
really.
that the Elvish are our future, Digger?
Yeah. They have to be because they live for like ever, right? They're eternal. That's what I heard about elves.
Yeah, close
Yeah,
enough.
right. I suppose that checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard they made shoes.
Do they?
I think so.
And cookies.
I
You
feel
mean
like
a
you
lot of
guys are making a lot of
shoemakers.
broad
Somebody-
generalizations about large groups of people, and I don't like it.
Somebody
right.
write that down so I can talk to the next elf I see and get a nice pair of new knickers.
You
That's
might
what I
not
call
want
And
to.
me.
sneakers are not the same thing, Digger. You do know that, right?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Correct.
Well, I suppose tabaxi don't have much use for either.
No, not really.
All right. So we have some people with their suspicions, but the fact remains that Elijah is worse for the wear, but seems to be on the mend. So what exactly do we want to do here?
Well, I gotta go build a board.
Gonna build a board?
On the
Yeah,
board.
so we can keep track of suspects, non-suspects, the people in the middle that we aren't quite sure on yet, and then I'm going to use thread so we can draw connections. It's way easier than like trying to keep it all in our heads. Some of us can, but that way everybody can see it. It's like a community thing.
That's actually
Good
not a
idea.
horrible idea.
This is
Total transparency all the time. That's the Tasty Boys way.
He just looks at you, and then he looks at Horatio, and then he looks at Digger, and then he looks at Lom. He
What?
looks at Kleatos, and he looks back to Horatio, and then he looks at Rock, and then he looks at Digger again. Then he looks at Horatio again, and then he says, "Y'all let me know when the board is done. I need to go have a lie down. I think I'm starting to get a headache."
All right,
Okay.
on it.
Did you shake anybody's hand today before you got that headache?
Kleatos, it's not a metaphor, but it's not like that.
That's
You
not a
want to
metaphor.
try?
Let me tell you this, boys, I'm leaving because I have the will to live, not because I do not have the will to live. And if y'all would like to stay and keeping your wills to live, you'll let me go have a lie down in peace, please.
What?
You want to
Come
try?
on,
handshake
let's have
then?
adventure, Thurston. Adventure.
I try to give him my patented handshake. Ah,
He
come on.
looks at you, he looks at Rock, and he says, "Punch both of them for me. I'm going to go."
What? Why?
I approve. You can practice if you need to. Just remember
He
to
just
do.
like turns and walks away.
Just remember
Tw-
to do the second one fast.
28 to hit Digger, 20 to hit Lom.
Damn.
A
8
little bit
to
of poison
Digger,
spray comes out of my butt.
8
Oh
to
god.
Digger, 7 to Lom.
Ow.
And then I just look at them expectantly. Did you feel life?
Yeah, did you?
I just give him the bird.
Or
Make me a
warmth?
religion check.
We felt like one
Rock.
life unit.
My
Wow.
cloaca's on fire, that's for sure.
Oh, my temple.
That's too much information.
Well, he punched me so hard it happened.
Was it faster, Kleatos?
That was faster. That was good.
Okay,
That's
but
good.
no life.
I mean, it's a work in progress, but it's good that you keep trying.
Practice is very important.
That's what I've heard. Those exact words written in many a book.
I mean,
Don't
I
worry,
think
you
you're learning.
guys.
I think you're learning some valuable lessons in how easy it is not to get mad when someone hits you. Everyone seems
I
pretty
haven't
cool
gotten
with it.
mad from any of
I
these.
punch him.
You punched Rock?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll hit him, per se. No, I rolled a 2.
I feel like it's like that wind up,
Rock?
and then they like you spin around.
Roll me percentiles.
If he hits somebody else, I'm gonna laugh.
89.
It's a total of 5.
For a split second, you sense the punch coming, and you're able to sidestep it, and you may have an attack of opportunity on Digger.
Okay, this time when I do it, I'm gonna yell life. Like by vocalizing it, I can really put it into the punch.
Okay, excellent.
Is a 13 going to hit Digger?
No. So what I do is I wrap my tail around his hand, being careful not to cut him with the saw. I wrap the tail around his hand, and I'm like, "You can hit me twice, and shame on you. But if you hit me a third time, that's also shame on you. And I can't be hit 3 times." I try to hit him.
I'm so tempted to
You try to hit him back?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Roll your attack.
Does a 16 hit? Son of a.
It does not.
All right, so
And I go up to Horatio and be like, "You want to just get out of here while these two just kind of, I don't know, punching bag each other?
Oh no, I want to watch this.
Anyone got any popcorn?"
So Digger, why don't you want me to get better as a monk? Kleatos helped me practice.
But
Aw.
you're going to be great. You have to hit me 3 times in a row, and you can't do that.
Oh, so you're saying I should keep trying till I'm able to hit you 3 times in a row?
Sounds like that's what he's saying.
In a row.
Pretty much.
Nobody in the history of man, or elves, or dwarves, or other races have ever been able to hit me 3 times in a row.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that warlock you fought a few months back, hit you 3 times in a row. Then again, it was only you two fighting.
James, I'm going to drop a key point to do flurry of blows.
all right. I never know what you guys are going to do, but I'm always pleasantly surprised.
15, 30 is a critical hit, and 16.
Can I use my inspiration to make him re-roll the 16?
Sure.
That's the one you want me to reroll?
Yep.
14.
Yes, he misses.
Can I use my inspiration to have him re-roll that one more time?
Yes.
24.
Wait, what about? I think I can use luck points that way too. Can I?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he can.
Roll it again.
27.
Roll it again. I've got 3 of these.
All right. Roll it again.
20
One more time. Come
Roll
on,
it
baby.
again.
and a 14.
Yes.
And I'm going to use my inspiration,
No.
which brings us back to a 15.
No.
So you guys are like fits of fear, like pop, 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 and like Digger is like slapping away like a cat, like just slapping your hands away, and you land one, and then it's a little slap, 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 and then you land another one, and it's slap, 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 and then you just like wind up in shuriken, just like wham, and you hit Digger, and he rolls like double back around, and he like lands on his like feet, but like on all fours, and kind of looks up at you and hisses.
So it's a 9, a 7, and then critical is what? 2 times full damage?
It's basically your full damage, and then you roll for damage on top of that.
So that would be 9 and another 6.
Wowee.
So 9, 7, 9, and 6.
Okay.
And
Wow.
then I go over to help you up, and I'm like, thank you. Did you feel like warmth or life?
I don't know. Do you feel that bear trap on your foot?
Oh my god.
Wait. Are you not out of bear traps? I thought
Not
you
for
bear
today.
trapped Lom's room today.
That was today?
That was today.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That was this morning. You are out. I think you are out of or whatever weird noise you made. Yeah.
Does it trick
And-
him, though?
Does it trick him? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Does
Make
he
me a
think
deception
there's a-
check. And
This-
Brock, make
this
me an
I-
insight check.
This chaos is what I live for.
14.
9.
So he goes, "How about this bear trap?" And Rock, you just like and just like jump out of the way and kind of like land on your butt. And
I
you
giggle
guys
and
can
I'm like,
keep playing it out.
I giggle and I tell him, yeah, no, that hurt a lot. I haven't felt that alive in a long time. I think the last time I felt that alive, I was in a honeymoon suite. And yeah, I think you are officially the first person to ever hit me 3 times in a row. I mean, you didn't have to hit me that hard, but you know, I'm glad you did.
Kleatos hasn't taught me how to pull punches. He just said to do them fast.
I've learned that you just don't. You just don't. Never pull a punch, whether it's a child, a shopkeeper, member of the team, an elf.
It's honestly,
man.
It's honestly like one of the fundamentals is punching is more of a push motion than a pull motion.
Always.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
It
you're
applies to
saying
doors
is,
as well, for the most part.
hitting you 3 times in a row is progress, and I should do it as hard as possible.
Yes, nailed it.
Hey guys, as much
You hear
as
her.
this is
You hear
entertaining-
Thurston and like really far away, and as often as possible, son.
As entertaining as this is, don't we have more pressing concerns at the moment?
First, Rock, make me a religion check.
In 11.
You look down and you feel like your fist is like warm. Whether it is or not is a totally different thing. It's probably warm because you just made contact like 8 bajillion times, but you're like, whoa, I've never felt something like that before. Mostly because you don't brawl and you use your
Sure.
your persuader. But yeah, like after not having ever really bare knuckle boxed, you're like, whoa, my fist is warm. That's life.
So, one more quick question before we carry on to pressing matters, just because I'm having a good time. Rock, would you want to like just do like a one shot duel?
A one-shot, like you punch me once and I punch you once?
No. So we put our backs together. We'll stand in like the hallway of wherever we are, and we take 10 steps, and then we turn around, and the first person to hit the other person wins.
Anyone else gonna point out the issue with this? Anyone else want to just point this out? Horatio, Kleatos.
How are you going to punch me from 20 feet away?
That's a good question, Rock. You should think about that.
But you
like a throwing axe.
Sure.
Buddy, I don't think he's
gonna. I think the axe would hurt you too much.
No, trust me. I'm good. I mean, as long as we don't get attacked by like some giant creature today, yeah, I'm fine.
You know, a thing I like to say, Rock, before I get into one-shot duels with people, is no magic.
Always. That's fair.
It's a good baseline to set, because some people try to do that. They'll be like, hey, we should fight from a distance, and then they're like zap, and you're like, oh no, I'm in a mental prison.
Which you mean like he was totally going to do?
Not that Digger would do that. I'm just giving you general.
He would totally do that. What are you talking about?
Digger's never put any of us in a mental prison, though.
Yeah.
I hold the sling, like I don't know what the sling is. I have it though.
He had the classic sling, not even a
It's
slingshot.
just like knickers, Digger. It's just like knickers.
It's just like David's understudy over here.
I hold my sling. I don't know really what it does, so I set that down, and then I pull out my thorn whip. I'm like, this is what I'll use. And you can use whatever you want to use. One hit.
Rock.
That's it.
Rock just turns to Kleatos and kind of looks at him like, am I supposed to do this?
No.
I feel like I'm going to hurt Digger.
You probably will. I mean, these are important decisions to make. If you don't want to potentially hurt your friend in a pointless duel, that you can say, I don't feel comfortable with that, Digger. Or you can say it in different words if you want. Yeah.
I turn back to Digger. I don't feel comfortable with that.
All right. Well, I'll find somebody to duel.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've always wanted to duel. You know?
I mean, it's a classic duel style, hit it and quit it. But it doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, and practicing is one thing, but I wouldn't want to do anything that hurts you.
It's good.
I assure you that you can't hurt me. Not with one hit. I mean, unless it was magical or from the Wanzuka, or you were like mad, you know, like you used to get, then you could hurt me. Absolutely. But you can't hurt me like this. But think on it. Sleep on it.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with this.
Yeah.
Sleep on it.
You're not robust, I think, enough for this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no. I mean, you guys can put a pin in it. Speaking of put a pin in it, don't you have a board to go, mate?
Yes,
Digger?
on it. Feline agility. Gone.
Okay, so
Why
Digger
is everyone
takes off.
running all over the ship so fast? What's going on?
I don't know.
I go
why
up
why
right
are
to
you
the-
guys threatening to have duels in the middle of a ship after Lom just made sick all over the captain's quarters?
Where did Lom get
Who
that hat?
knows?
We don't
Tasty
know.
boys.
Don't question.
Well,
where I
he's
get
trying to
paid.
learn.
All right, so Digger, you head off to make your murder board.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you guys gonna do? It's getting to be later in the day now. You spent most of the day sleuthing. Is that what we're gonna call it?
We can call it
Shenanigans
that.
sleuthing.
We can call it that.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I need to go visit Steve.
Okay. Yep.
If anyone wants to come with me to visit Steve,
Have I met Steve?
I'm happy.
I don't believe that you've met Steve. Digger's met Steve,
I know Steve. We
and
go way
Kleatos
back.
has met Steve.
Who's Steve?
I'll
Steve.
follow.
Oh, go ahead, Joel.
I'll
Sorry.
go with Kleatos. And
Okay.
Rock is kind of considering his fist and trying to focus on the warmth of it.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right.
I'll
Lom,
go
are you
too.
asking Kleatos who Steve is?
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's Steve?
Oh, he's the weapon guy.
Ah,
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Oh, Steve Smith.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I've heard about
Steve
him.
Smith.
Yeah, I gave him some stuff a while back, and I just wanted to go get it. So
All right, so Rock, you and Kleatos are going to head off to talk to Steve Smith. Digger, you've headed off to make your crime board.
Goddamn right.
Horatio, Lom, what are you up to? This is going to kind of bring us to the end of the day. So you're going to kind of spend the rest of your day, either kind of running an errand or having a conversation or doing more sleuthing or whatever you'd like.
So I think I'm going to stake out just on the deck.
Okay.
Sit there
Yeah,
with
I'm
my
gonna-
harp kind of plucking away,
I'm gonna
just watching people.
I'm gonna go with Horatio and kind of join him in that, like be sharpening the knives with my whetstone and then
Okay.
just having a conversation. Just kind of making idle chatter.
it's normal
With him
shit.
or with other people
board.
on deck, or what are you?
With Horatio, because a thought just came to me.
Okay. All right. So why don't we start with that, and then we'll rotate over and hear a little bit about Digger's clue board. I don't know what we're gonna call it. Let's call it the sleuthing board. Feels like guys are sleuthing.
It's the
and then we'll
the
and then
public
we'll-
dicking board.
what's that?
It's the public dicking board.
That tracks.
So I Okay. Horatio, Lom. Horatio, you're absentmindedly plucking away at some melodies. Lom, you are interrupting his train of thought with conversation.
Hey,
And scene.
Horatio, I had a thought. Kind of first
Okay.
time. We let a lot of people when we escaped the prison. A lot of us, we let out a lot of guys and stuff like that. I assume they're all Tasty Boys. We don't know who shares cells with who and stuff like that. I mean, we share the cell with a giant orc that was just mass murderer, but I don't know who else was in, and I don't know who came over with us that wasn't also a Tasty Boy. So, is there a possibility that somebody came over with us that is using magic to disguise themselves as others and is doing this?
I suppose anything's possible. I didn't hear much about that prison break.
That was a bit of a mess. I was there about a week before everyone else started showing up. It was bad place. But that's my thought. Maybe we let a psycho out of that prison on accident during our escape, and came with us. That's probably worst case scenario.
Well, I guess we'll have to keep an eye out.
Okay. It's like, is there a way to check for that with magic, or
I mean, you could go around and do investigation. You could make arcana checks. I mean, you could essentially like do temperature checks of people, like by making arcana check on every person you encounter, which I would love to see Lom do.
Well, that's why Mom is asking Horatio, because he's too stupid to realize how to do this shit.
Yeah, I don't have a locate psycho spell.
No, you didn't prepare that today.
Just start playing some Journey or something and see who shows up.
But you get what I mean, though, right, Horatio?
I do. But that's kind of what I was doing on deck here. Seeing who came by, what's going on, things like that.
Okay. I'll stay with you then.
But maybe like
All right.
over there.
Excellent
So
plan. All right. Digger, your public dicking board. Tell me
Yeah.
tell me 3 things that are on it right now. They can be
Colonel
suspects,
Mustard.
they can be events, they can be strings connecting people.
Colonel Mustard
Nailed it.
in the suspects category. So it's split, like the top has like little banks. Suspects, people, innocent.
Okay.
Colonel Mustard in the suspects. Now, down below, we've got areas,
Yeah.
and then we have strings.
Yes.
But the next thing, innocent, I'm going to put Lus up there.
Okay.
Well, Lus will be like, he'll be in both innocent and in suspect.
Okay.
I love this.
And then areas will be one of the areas will be the hallway outside of Elijah's room,
All right.
or that stretch of hallway.
All right. So you're gonna keep working on your public dicking board. Let's go over to Kleatos and Rock encountering the illustrious and incredibly talented Steve Smith.
Hey, Steve. How's it going?
Can't complain.
Well, yeah, me neither. Now they cleaned up all the barf. I just wanted to check and see if my stuff's ready yet.
Oh yeah. It's still ready to go.
Cool. Well, I'll take that. And then I was wondering, I was thinking it's been a while since I've been on the ship. I mean, we went on all sorts of fun adventures That'd be good. Patreon content or something. But then, like, it's been a while. I was wondering, like, you guys, you've been doing deliveries for Tasty Boys for a long time. Is it always for us, or do you do it for other branches?
Other branches,
Yeah.
yes, but Tasty Boys solely at this point.
Oh yeah.
Busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, of course. Do you ever do any of the Barons branches?
Can't say that we've done anything for the Baron. Mostly the Nest. We do a lot of our work for Chef Josephus Shank.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly we're delivering resources to the branches from headquarters. You know, taking things from the plane of elemental air to the prime material plane.
Sure.
You know, delivering predominantly for Josephus and Peter, of course,
Okay.
Tasty Pete.
Sure.
But yeah, it's pretty much it.
Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah. No, the Nest is a really cool place. I haven't been back there in a long time. Lom went to jail there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Lom the one that all over the bus?
Yeah, I think that's why he went to jail.
Yeah. Well, it
Probably.
sounds like he's got a problem.
It seems like, yeah. No, we've been trying to intervene and it hasn't worked yet.
Seems a little dicey. Who's your thick friend?
Oh, this is my thick friend Rock.
Hey, thick friend Rock. I'm Steve Guy Smith.
Steve Guy. And you're the one who makes stuff?
Yeah.
What kind of things can you make?
Weapons, all sorts of stuff. And in my spare time, I like making doilies.
Doilies are cool. They're cool.
Absolutely.
It's like when you want to not spill on a table, but you also want to spill on part of the table.
Absolutely. Also useful. Put them on top of pie crust. Make a decorative design. Pop that in the oven.
Wow. Why are you not in culinary development? You should
I am.
that.
Look at me. Part of an interdimensional culinary fast casual experience.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You should, if you haven't, you should. That's a really good idea. You should submit that idea.
Carbon fiber.
Mm-hmm. You could make like we could have like a signature pattern based on your doilies.
We could. Might work on that. That's good.
Really
Thank
good
you for that inspiration.
No problem. I have inspiration all the time.
I hope you enjoy all the goods.
I will. See, Rock, he made me these, and he like shows Rock. They're sort of like MMA pads. Like they're like a wrist brace, and then it's got sort of like a thick pad on the top. They're red leather, like the ones that, or they've even wrapped in red leather. He's like, he made me these for punching, and then he grabs a pair of we'll call them they look like horseshoes, but they're for a minotaur, so they're like minnow shoes.
Yeah, but MINO, not MINNO.
Right,
they
those
go on
are
your
for
feet,
fish.
not on your pizza.
That's a good one. We should have pizza.
Culinary mind.
I'm saying you gotta submit those ideas and make sure that you are compensated fairly for your ideas. Don't let those corporate vampires, not that there are necessarily any vampires in corporate, but there could be because there's a lot of vampires lately, steal your ideas.
Well, I'll have to see what my contract says about that, but I feel like I'm taken care of.
Okay.
Look at this beautiful shop I got here.
No, I know
get to fly around dimension to dimension, get to hang out with cool people, thick boys, minotaurs like you. Got to do some work for the Tabaxi. Look at all these. Look at all these embarrassment of riches.
It is. It's great. It's great. Yeah. See, Rock, he made these out of that boulette you cut in half.
Oh. Wait, when did I cut a boulette in half?
You might not remember because of the blinding rage,
Oh.
but you did.
Oh. Oh.
And then I chopped some other boulets with it. It's job.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah, I had to actually. We should probably talk. I rescued you from fighting to your own death there, and stuff. So.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, it's really good that you're on this path. You know, we haven't really had a lot of downtime to talk about the numerous ways in which you almost killed yourself and others, including me. You like took a swipe at me while I was carrying you on my broom. Which you were in a blind rage, so it wasn't too hard to dodge it, but it would have been pretty rough if you chopped me off my own broom. For you, I would just float gently to the ground. But
I'm sorry. I mean that is why I want to get a handle on it.
No, it's good. I mean, look, like a lot of us almost died that day. We've been in so many fights for so long that everybody's in rough shape. Digger was in rough shape, and Horatio was in rough shape, and they both got knocked out. But and you probably saved their lives in a lot of ways. I mean, I did too, but like you did a lot, but you also almost lost your life, and that would have been sad. So it's all just to say it's really good that you're trying to get a handle on this, so we don't lose any boys, except for when we voluntarily split from each other all the time.
I do appreciate the help with that.
Sure.
Steve, could you make a thing that would be like a piece of armor, but instead of wearing it, somebody could like hold it so that I could punch the piece of armor instead of punching them?
Yeah, I think I could do that. I mean,
I think that'd be handy.
Would you, Kleatos? I like your thick boy Rock, and it's good. That's good. Make me an insight check, Joel.
18.
You think about it for a second, and you feel your hand glow a little bit, and you're like, You get the pun. Maybe for the first time ever.
I think I might have actually hurt Digger earlier when I was practicing.
You definitely did.
Oh, did I? I mean,
Did you see the stuff come out of his butt? He didn't do it on purpose that time,
Cloaca, thank you very much.
Yeah, so I think having the thing to punch that people could hold for me would probably be a better way to practice. And it's kind of like when you headbutt rocks or like steel walls, like it makes your head harder.
I don't think that's how that works, thick guy Rock. I don't think that's how that works. I think that causes brain damage.
It does.
You should wear a helmet for stuff like that.
Or like you punch hard things and like your fist gets harder.
That, yes. But there's no brains in your fists. There's just bones. Think about that.
He's going to think about it for a while, probably. So,
yeah, okay. Is there anything else I can do for you, Kleatos? Those fitting okay? You need any help?
No, these fit cool. He like puts them on. He's like, no, these fit great. They feel good. They're really sturdy, which is nice.
You want me to? You want me to shoe you?
Oh yeah, that'd be hard.
I mean, fitting is included, so we might as well.
Yeah, he'll. Can I come around back, or should I just like put my leg on?
Yeah, he just like brings out like a little stool that you can kind of prop your hoof up on, and and he just kind of like gets like these really like beautiful. They look like they're carbon fiber nails, and pop, puts it in there, gives it a little like shimmy with his rag.
Man, those feel Those feel good. Are those carbon fiber nails?
Mm.
You spoiling me over here, Steve?
Spoiling you. You're spoiling me coming in with these great ideas. Everybody always wants the same thing. Oh, I want this. I want chainmail. You know what a pain in the ass chainmail is?
It's the most.
It's a pain in the ass.
6 hours.
The worst.
Yeah. Hours and hours. You know what's
just
nice?
It is nice.
Working with Boulé. You know what's nice? Working with carbon fiber. Light,
Sure.
durable, fun.
Yeah.
Chainmail, pain in my ass.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Digger will come down at some point. I gave him some chunks, so I don't know what he's looking for, but you might have another project coming down. Kleatos is still like fiddling with the gloves, and he like bends his wrist just so, and like claws. They look like claws come out of the pad, but they're goulet teeth. It's like, okay, cool. He just retracts them. Yeah, these will work. These will work great. I can't believe he made these so fast.
I gotta say, the only thing that was a bigger pain in the ass than chainmail, these were easy. I had somebody came in, racist, wanted to make them pink otter muffs for the hands. Like, I just put a pink otter. Come on now.
That's
Hey.
weird.
Otterkin are people, okay?
Yeah,
They're,
you don't.
They're humankind. But pink otterkin are rare.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either.
But I mean, that's the magic of the universe. Like you only know a little chunk of it. There's probably like all kinds of. I bet there's blue cows out there.
Hey, we don't kink shame in this dojo, but you don't just throw any cow over the side of the boat. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. And have you met Theo yet? That just reminded me of.
I have met Theo.
Okay.
Yeah, I made the armor that he has.
Really?
He entrusted me with his I don't know, what do you call it for those people?
Those people?
Little thing. His focus. Whatever.
Oh.
I don't know. His special purpose, right? And I made his armor.
Wow. That's really cool. Is it carbon fiber?
Is it carbon fiber? Oh my goodness. That and so much more.
Wow. That's really cool.
And 0 chainmail. Plate. Straight up plate.
Yeah. You should, yeah. Is it all clanky like his old armor? He was so loud.
I don't know. I'll tell you this right now. If you are working outside of plate armor or leather armor, if you're doing chainmail all day long, you know what happens to you? You work it too long. Oh, what starts happening? Your fingers start twitching. It's no good. No good for crafting. You gotta keep your wits about you. You gotta know what you're accepting for your work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. That was really quick. I've never had shoes before.
Well, hey, it's the first time for everything. You like it? Tell all your friends.
It's great. Cool. I'm gonna go
the Minotaur discount.
Okay. Yeah. How much is that?
Steve Smith.
How much is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll work something out.
All right. I'll say it's flexible. Like me, Kleatos B'Goar.
And that carbon fiber.
Hey.
Bend, don't break.
Hey. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go test these out. But it's there's like a ceiling in here, so
true. True.
Probably not the best.
Maybe also not on deck. I think with the sick buddy and everything else going on lately, maybe Captain Lusk could use a little reprieve from so much action on the Gossamer.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not in a no. I'm at the shoes. I just want to see what they can do. Nobody,
yeah. I was just saying,
gonna get hurt.
Maybe off ship.
Sure. Yeah, no problem, man. All right, cool. Well, thanks, Steve. Always good to catch up.
Steve.
And when should I check back for the
Oh,
hold
check.
the.
Give me a day. Come back day after tomorrow. I probably won't get to
All
it
right.
today. Kind of, the tumbly is rumbling, and Steve Guy Smith, you don't work on an empty tummy. You know what I'm saying?
I
Especially
understand
not
that
with
completely.
these chefs around here. You got the brain trust of Tasty Boys Interdimensional on board. You got to go over and get some of that grub. All
Yeah, let's go get some food.
right. So Kleatos, Rock, you can head out, grab some food. Horatio, Lom, you've been hanging out on deck, chatting with folks. Is there anything that you guys want to do kind of in the interim while you're up there? Lom, are you going to be scanning people discreetly
Just
or indiscreetly?
I'm just kind of just sitting there, just sharpening my knives and stuff like that, and just do general small maintenance thing, and just chatting with Horatio, and just kind of keeping an eye out, just anything unusual. Some, you
Okay.
know what I mean? Kind
That
of
was
something along the lines of like something that should not be there, or
All right.
someone.
Why don't you make me a perception check? Horatio, how about you?
that was my plan.
Yeah, you're just gonna be out there perceiving.
Yep.
All right.
That's a
So you can make me a
30.
perception check as well. Lom, what'd you get?
Okay, that is a 24.
All
No,
right. And
23.
Horatio?
30.
You really don't see a whole lot out of the ordinary. People coming and going, people that you recognize. There aren't a lot of unfamiliar people at this point. A lot of the folks that Lam you escaped with, you don't actually recognize a whole lot of those people around. You feel like they've probably kind of gone their separate way. Horatio, you notice people from other Tasty Boys franchises, but predominantly Lam, you were passed out, but predominantly people you met the night that you got here. Um, you see a couple of the kids that were with you that Kleatos rescued from the empty net. They're walking around with Thurston. He's kind of showing them around a little bit. They talk with Lus a little bit. You see them get introduced to Presto and a number of the gnomes, and then as you're kind of sitting there, kind of playing throughout the early evening, you see them kind of helping out with getting food together and kind of getting the tables set, or kind of the chairs and tables kind of set up on deck. Most of them are kind of pretty simple, just large planks on top of barrels that are out on deck already, just kind of getting set up. Lum, you recognize that there's a number of the people that you were in jail with, but people that you recognize, Elda Gui, um, and a couple of the other folks that were present as you made your way out. Particularly, you see a lot of the Tasty Boys interdimensional leadership. Hank's still hanging around. You get the sense that this is kind of where everybody that's free is hunkered down right now. That if you are a free Tasty Boy, that this is where you've ended up. You don't kind of see everybody that was out either at the kind of Standing Stone Island where you were making your home in New Kings Bay, but you do see a number of people that managed to escape either before or that kind of came through that you saw when you and the group of escapees ended up making their way back to the plane of elemental air when you were saved by Iago. Digger, why don't we wrap this episode up with a recap of what you've been up to? Why don't you tell me a little bit about the public dicking board?
All right, public dicking board. So, suspects, we've got Colonel Mustard, Lus, Lom, Tasty Pete, Captain Newbay, Steve Smith Jr., Elijah, Torm, and Horatio.
Okay.
So, people, we've got Spoons, rest in peace, Presto, Iago, Tasty Pete again, Thomas, Henry, Philip, Henrique, and the kids.
Okay.
Innocent. Lus, Digger, Kleatos, the Void. Areas. Hallway, Lus's room, weapons hall, the deck, and prison. Incidents so far. Elijah and Lom. Findings. Lom shady. Quite literally. Lus overworked, underpaid. The kids, non-vampiric. That's what I've got so far.
Okay. All right. So after a early evening of public dicking on your board, you also head up, and everybody is kind of supping together and catching up. For
Hey,
the
y'all,
most
sup,
part,
guys?
oh god, Boone, if you don't have inspiration, you can take it. You guys are kind of hanging out on deck. Everybody's eating and kind of catching up. You see kind of everybody there. Elijah's made his way back up. He's feeling a bit better. You can tell that he's still kind of shook by his experience, but it seems like he got some rest and seems to be in better spirits. And so why don't you guys all make me perception checks?
Oh, yeah.
Natural 20 for 27.
15.
Natural 19 for a 25.
24.
All right. So everybody who had over a 22, raise your hand.
Eh,
All right. So
Dinner's
you
good, man.
are kind of sitting there at dinner when you hear kind of a popping in the distance. You can't quite make out what it is at first, but the more you hear it, the more Horatio and Digger, you realize it sounds like the veil between planes starting to peel back. And as you hear it, all of a sudden in the sky, there's a tremendous exploding sound as another flying ship comes tearing through the veil between worlds with a second flying ship immediately behind it. Lom, you recognize the crest of the dragonfly on the first ship, and that ship is on fire and heading straight for the Gossamer Rex. And we'll find out how this happened on the next episode of D&DDT with the one and only Tasty Boys.
Tasty
Tasty
boys!
Interdimensional.
All right, and that is where we will end episode 104. We'll take a short break so Lom can clean out his pants. The rest of us can use the facilities as God intended and maybe refresh our drinks or let our animals out or be accosted by them in the case of Horn Fight. So we'll throw up the Be Right Back, and we'll have episode 105 taping when we return. Hello and welcome back. We're here and we're ready to start taping episode 105. So we're going to do another intro, which I hope you enjoy. Fast casual, culinary experience lovers. We're here. It's D&DDT, episode 105 with the one and only Tasty Boys.
Tasty
Boys.
boys!
We'll go around and introduce ourselves in counterclockwise order, as I am wont to do. I'm the Beard, aka James. You can catch me online at Heel Turn Radio or at QE Beard Walks. As always, you can find episodes of D&DDT at dnddt.com or wherever you hear your podcasts, and here on twitch.tv/knownworldunited every other Wednesday for tapings. This is episode 105, as I said previously, and the man to my left in our Brady Bunch cycle of 6 is the one and only Nate.
That's right. I am Nate, your D&D ringer. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at @CubicleZombie. I am playing Bard Extraordinaire Horatio Hetfeld, and we're about to see what happens with that flaming ship coming straight for us.
Hey. Kleatos, you're directly below Nate.
I'm Warrior at WarriorMN on your social media platforms. Play Kleatos B'Goar, spelled like it sounds. Minotaur Monk, Red Meat Babyface, to the DiggerDoomtree, and Horatio Hetfeld. Last time on D&DDT, I got some cool stuff.
That is a true story.
Hung out with Steve.
All right. Next to him and bonded in the way of life, it's our local tabaxi troublemaker and all-around sweet guy and public dick, DiggerDoomtree.
I am Oren Vite, resident international deathmatch Ironman superstar. You find me on the internet at Oren Vite. Currently shopping for a George Springer Blue Jays jersey. So if anybody watching wants to acquire one, I will not complain. Now that I've thrown that out there, I'm playing DiggerDoomtree, Tabaxi Warlock, the Void Patron, attuned to Kleatos B'Goar. I am now the builder of boards, the Lord of the Wood, if you will, and ready to play, what is it, Ace Combat? Was that the game? Where you shoot things in the sky in a plane? That's the one. I'm ready to play.
No.
Sure.
Hi, I'm referee Dan Fitzgerald. You can find me on all the social media at Ref Dan Fitz. I play Lom McHillface, dwarf, barbarian, rogue, former member of the Dragonfly, which is currently hurling from the sky right towards us. Oh God, why?
Because it's on fire. We said that last episode.
Listen to the product. Lom.
Last but certainly not least, and certainly on fire lately, Big Bloody Rock Leafbottom. Rock, we can't hear you. Are you communing with the void?
I was just having a that was my impersonation of DiggerDoomtree.
It was pretty good.
Spot on. My name is Joel. I am a drawer of things. You can find me on social media at Finger Twitchings. And I'm playing Big Bloody Rock Leafbottom, the halfling barbarian turned monk, who on the last episode absolutely fist pummeled a public dick in public.
Yeah, so hard that your hand was warm.
Yeah. My fist literally became warm from all the dick pummeling.
Fair. Speaking of warm, there's a airship hurtling out of the sky towards the kind of rock that you are perched upon. Not the thick guy rock, but the physical floating rock that looks similar to these things behind me. So I want you guys to tell me what you're going to do. There's 2 airships falling out. You can see that the second airship is certainly in pursuit and certainly doing its best to take the first airship out of the sky. What y'all want to do?
How is it? Is it firing cannons at it? Or what's...
There are spellcasters on deck, and there are kind of... Yeah, they're kind of similar to some of the, like, the elemental air, the, like, rail guns that you guys saw, similar to kind of like large versions of the kind of handheld that Hank Bloodpile carries.
Oh man.
I'm going to jump up on the table and yell, "That's the dragonfly! Somebody magic me up there right now!"
All right,
Any-
let's roll initiative.
Crickets.
All right, Horatio.
Oh, should I roll Elijah's initiative too?
Yeah, Elijah. Well, it depends on whether you think he's going to kind of get involved. If he feels well enough, if he feels well enough, he'll go at the same time that you go.
Well, you said it's yeah. I'll have it. He'll do so. It's the ship is coming directly toward like a collision course situation, or
Yeah, it's not kind of going to collide with the wrecks, but it is going to crash near where it's moored on the kind of edge of this floating landmass.
okay. Yeah, I'll roll.
Question related to that.
Yeah.
Am I going to also be playing Roquin since he would be aboard that, and that's my backup? Or no?
Well, we'll find out when we find out.
Fair enough.
18 for Kleatos.
Okay, 18 for Kleatos. Rock had a 20. Horatio,
8.
20
8.
for me as well.
A 20 for you as well, Lom.
Mhm.
Okay, Lom, Rock, Kleatos, Digger.
17.
All right, Digger gets 17, and a whopping 8 is Horatio. And let's find out where everybody else goes at. Just kidding. That's not a dice tray. I like moved it from where I had it when I DM'd for the fill-in for King. It's like, oh, that's not actually a dice tray. All right, here we go. Let's see where these sweet boys land. For the time being, I'm going to roll each ship and enter them into initiative, which means the ship that is attacking is going to go at well, it'll go below Digger. And then the Dragonfly will go after Horatio because it didn't roll very well. Also, it's on fire. So, top of the pops. Lom, you are actually at the very top. So you are going to go first. You yell, "Somebody magic me up there." Are you asking? I assume you're being asked to be magicked up to the Dragonfly.
Dragonfly. Yeah, I'm just asking whatever magic.
All right, yeah. So Thurston will give you a big old jet of water up there.
All right. I'll go up.
All right. You land on the deck, and around it, you see a pretty sparse skeleton crew. In fact, you see that some of the crew are actually animated skeletons, and they are kind of running around trying to keep everything from overflowing. And one of them kind of runs over to you and says, "Make yourself useful! Make yourself useful! We're gonna crash!"
Oh, right. What the hell is going on here? Someone better explain to me this later. And I'm just going to go back to doing my old job and get this thing going.
Okay. All right. So you run off to try to help out. You recognize a few people. Nobody kind of big name, but you recognize a couple of the crew members, and they like put you to work trying to kind of batten down the hatches. Rock, what are you gonna do?
I would imagine that I'm having dinner with Presto and the other sprightly posse.
Sure. Yep.
So I'm going to go, could you guys teleport me? You guys like teleport, right? Could you teleport me onto the attacking ship?
Teleport. You want to
Like when I say presto and you appear?
It doesn't quite work like that, Rock. That's more of a expediency issue than it is a magic issue.
At which point I turn to Thurston and go, Thurston, can you get me on the attacking ship?
Son, I don't believe that I'm going to be able to throw you quite that far, but I could get you up on the deck like I got Lom up there.
In that case, Rock is just going to grab his shit and start running towards where the ships are headed.
Okay. All right. All right.
So dashing would be 90.
Yeah. Kleatos, you're up.
Okay. Kleatos is going to take off toward the dragonfly, and he is going to use his sweet new shoes to jump up about 30 feet in the air. Will 30 feet in the air get him to the dragonfly? How high is it?
At this point, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of barreling down, and it's kind of evened off a little bit, but 30 feet will get you up to you. Like, you could probably catch yourself on the side and pull yourself up.
Great. He'll do that, and then he'll bonus action dash to try to get to the other end of the dragonfly, and then
The rear,
like toward the pursuing
toward the
vessel.
attacking. Yep.
And he'll just wait 6 seconds till he can jump again. And then Elijah, in the meantime, will cast Conjure Animals at 5th level.
Nice.
And he will, at 5th level. And he will make, he will conjure 2 Quetzalcoatli. Coatluses. They're huge birds, huge mythological birds, and he is going to instruct them to grab onto either side of the front of the dragonfly and try to lift it back into the air so it doesn't crash into the island and kill everybody.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
And with his movement, he's going to get out of the way.
Sounds good. All right. Digger, what are you up to?
I'm going to cast Witch Bolts.
Witch Bolt?
Okay.
Yep. You know one.
Yeah.
On the dragonfly.
Okay.
Does a 25 hit the ship?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll hit.
Ooh.
What's that?
Gotcha. That's going to be a 39 points of lightning damage.
All right. When you cast it, you shoot it out, and instead of lightning erupting from your hand, roll me a d6. A jet of water erupts from your hand and manages to put out one of the large flames that's on the deck.
Can I use my inspiration to re-roll that d6?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I use my inspiration to have him not re-roll that d6?
Yeah.
No, but you could have him re-roll it again. What'd you get, Digger?
Okay, so 2.
Okay. That's going to end up casting vines erupting from your hands, which are going to wrap themselves around the kind of rail of the ship.
So pull it down to crash.
Okay, make me a strength saving throw.
With my magic,
Oh no, with your strength.
my magical strength.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, with your magical strength.
Natural 20!
Okay,
Come on. I don't have inspiration.
now
Damn it.
make me a strength or strength or athletics check.
They're both awful, but okay, I can do that. It's all about balance here. Natural 1.
All right. So you see Digger like kind of reach out and like vines erupt from his hand, and they wrap around, and you see him like kind of wrap it around and like brace, and then you just hear him yar, and he gets pulled away as the ship is evening out because of the birds, but definitely continuing on its merry way. The enemy ship, Kleatos, you are going to. Well, okay. So who's on deck? Lom and Kleatos are on the deck of the Dragonfly. So I need
Yep.
you each to make me dexterity saving throws.
25.
All right.
You said dex save. Hold on. 18.
Okay. So you are each going to take half damage because you saved. So you're going to take 15 force damage as the kind of rail cannons from the enemy ship make impact on the deck, and pieces of the deck are kind of exploding, and a couple of them manage to hit you as you're going through. Lom, make me
Kleatos takes 0 damage because of monk stuff.
because of what? Oh, because of monk stuff. Okay.
Evasion.
All right. Lom, make me a perception check.
That would be a 26.
As you are staring back at the ship that is pursuing the Dragonfly, you recognize someone from the jailbreak, and it's not someone you're very happy to see. You see the large humanoid individual with a glittering morning star that you knew as the Scourge, and he's standing kind of on the top deck of the ship.
Bastard, I'll kill him myself.
Okay, fair enough.
Lom has a new voice now.
All right, so the Gossamer Rex is going to start to mobilize. You see a lot of people kind of moving on deck, and kind of running around. A couple people, Thurston is kind of going out and trying to kind of use his magic to help put out some of the fires on the deck as the ship is moving. A couple other people, you see El Gui gallop off towards where the kind of impact looked like it was going to happen. But you see a lot of people kind of packing stuff, frantically moving things around. Magic users are kind of hurling things at the not Dragonfly ship, and they're going to kind of use their turn to be kind of making ready as much as they can to potentially disembark. So let's see. I'm going to roll. Horatio, why don't you roll me a d6?
2.
2. Okay, so it's going to take them 2 full turns after this turn to be able to disembark, assuming that they don't get caught up in the hubba bubba. Horatio, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm going to run toward the Dragonfly. I am casting Bigby's Hand. And I'm going to
Nice.
help the Quetzalcoatl's try to lift that ship.
Lift that ship.
So I
right.
guess I will use Forceful Hand to try to keep it aloft. And it has a strength of 26.
Okay.
So that's a +8. I totally didn't roll a 1 on that die, and I'm not using inspiration to re-roll it.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's much better. That's a 3, so that's 11 total.
Okay, 11 total.
Strength pushing up the ship.
Okay. You see Big U's hand erupt from Horatio, and it comes over and it kind of scratches the Quetzalcoatl's, whatever, I can't remember what it is. And then you see it kind of like gently rub the underbelly of the ship. All right, the dragonfly is going to make some saving throws, and Lom, I'd like you to roll those because the
I'm on the
fate
ship.
of your former ship is going to rest in your rolls.
All right. So is it a something before 5 or whatever type deal?
No, I'd just like you to roll me a d20. Tell me what you get. We'll do it a couple times. See what's what.
Natural 19.
All right.
That is a 17.
Okay. One more.
Another 19.
All right. So you guys are able to keep the dragonfly aloft. You see water erupting from Thurston. There's a couple birds that have come to help out. There's a kind of really loud kind of sound coming from below the ship. It kind of sounds like when a whale rubs against the bottom of the ship. You can't quite figure out what's going on, but it sounds kind of rhythmic and it's really, really weird. Lon, why don't you make me a perception check and we'll see what y'all can discern about who's on the dragonfly.
That'll be a 26.
Okay. So as you look around, you see that it's a lot different than when you were on it last time. There's a number of dwarves, but there's also, like I said, a number of animated skeleton crew that are hanging out. There's dwarves, there's orcs, there's humanoids, and strangely enough, there's a donkey. And they're all kind of doing what they can to kind of extinguish flames and to try to fight back. You see that one of them is dressed in really kind of ornate wizard robes and is kind of casting spells at the pursuing ship. There's also a couple of dwarven spellcasters, which is kind of rare, but you imagine that they might be kind of war domain clerics, and they are, kind of additionally trying to address that. And the strange thing is, you don't see kind of the same recognizable leadership that was on the Dragonfly when you were on it.
No Alton, no Roquin.
No Alton, no Roquin.
My go then? Or
What's that?
never mind.
Yeah, and then it's you.
Okay. As I'm just kind of just moving things along, I'm like, can someone explain to me what the hell is happening as I continue to help batten down the hatches? Just like, I'm just yelling, like, can someone explain to me what the hell is going on?
Yeah, so the same kind of dwarven skeleton that was running around earlier kind of runs past you kind of comically and kind of shouts at you as he's running past you, and then like runs back and like shouts at you kind of again, and he said, "We was on our way to give information to," and then he like runs back, and then he comes back and he's like, "The son of," and then he like runs by, "one of the dwarves, and now we were being pursued. They came out of nowhere. he kind of runs by and runs back. He's like, they said they would know him because he was the nephew of Hilda Twilight Forge.
Ah, damn it.
And then he like runs back one more time and he goes, you know where we could find someone who looks like that?
That'd
And then
be
it's Rock's
me.
turn.
I'm so trying to process the lungless skeleton breathing heavy.
Mm-hmm.
There's
He's out there working, man.
there's some phantom memories going on there.
Yeah.
How close am I to the enemy ship?
How close are you to the enemy? At this point, from the deck of the Gossamer Rex, the Dragonfly has passed by, and the enemy ship is probably right overhead.
How many like feet?
Probably 25 directly above.
Okay. So as I'm running last turn to as I'm running up this turn, I have harnessed my axe. I've pulled out a coil of rope.
Okay.
Tied it to a hand axe.
Okay.
I'm going to run across the Gossamer Rex.
Yep.
Leap with a little...
All right.
To sink the axe and then climb the rope into the enemy ship.
All right. So make me why don't you make me a dexterity check to see how that is. Or you can make a dexterity based attack. So add your dex modifier.
Okay. 22.
All right. So yeah, Rock, you are trucking, and as you're doing this, you're kind of like wrapping this around and swinging it, and you let it go and it goes sailing, and it manages to find purchase in the side of the enemy ship, and you kind of turn around to kind of see who's looking, and then all of a sudden yoink, you are like diggered up and away. Digger is attached to the Dragonfly. You are now attached in a similar fashion, only with your axe that you have thrown embedded in the side of the enemy ship.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, Kleatos.
Okay. Kleatos is going to jump onto the other ship.
Okay.
Ideally to a relatively personnel-free location.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then how's the layout of the airship? Is it vaguely like Gossamer class structure, or is it?
Yeah, it's not
like very
unusual.
apparent.
It has a deck that's maybe it looks like it's kind of slimmer, like it's more of a personal craft. So it's a little smaller than the Gossamer Rex. It has a different make than the Dragonfly, which tends to have kind of a very thin body and then kind of paired sails. For this feels a lot more kind of like a wedge. It has one kind of sleek, large black sail above it. And there's a secondary deck that's only elevated maybe about 10 feet above the lower deck. And it's much smaller than the kind of front of the deck. The front of the deck, if the Gossamer Rex is maybe 60 feet deep until you get to the kind of upper tier, the Dragonfly is kind of long and skinny, maybe about like 45 feet. And it doesn't have kind of like a bump up per se. It just has kind of like a little kind of like hump where the actual like keel is. And this ship is very kind of slick. It starts off in the front, kind of where you land, only about kind of 5 or 10 feet wide, and then it wedges out to maybe about 20 feet wide in the back. But it's only about maybe like 35 feet deep total.
Okay. Kleatos is going to. Where are the guns? So they're like turrets more than like attached guns versus like I have a rifle, or Is that right?
They are kind of, if it's kind of angled in like this, they're about halfway back, and you can see that the rails run all the way to the back of the ship. So it looks. We'll see if I can. We'll see if I can do this. The mainsail kind of comes across where the circle is, and then the kind of wheel is in the back, and there are kind of two rails that come out about midway that run straight to the back and kind of trifurcate the deck of the ship.
Okay.
That run kind of like in line with the floorboards. So they're kind of like loading the ammo, and then mages are like pushing it on the rail. These like lightweight, kind of bombardment pieces.
Okay. Kleatos is going to run to the rear of the ship where the wheel is.
Okay.
I assume someone's operating the wheel.
There is someone operating the wheel, and that is also where the Scourge is located. For you, you've not seen this person before, but it is a kind of medium humanoid. He has this kind of large morning star, which just like glistens, yeah, I don't know. He looks like a bit of a brute.
Okay, so it looks like if he went back there, there'd be a fight. Okay.
Yeah.
Kleatos is going to then. What are the rails metal? Are they wood? What are they made of?
Yeah, they look like they're probably forged, some sort of metal.
Okay. Kleatos is going to. He is going to go. He's going to run to, and then and then the guns are obviously metal too. He is going to, and they have like a. Do they? I'm having trouble. I don't know what a railgun is. So it's like, does it have like so it fires along this rail?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah. Essentially they're like pieces that get placed like in essentially like a rail. Like there's two rails, and they kind of put something in there, and then they use the magic to kind of push it along that rail and out. So they're like creating magical propulsion to kind of run these along the rail and then out like a cannon.
Okay. Kleatos is going to he is going to then, since it doesn't look like he can probably break it, he's going to attack the person operating the rail on the right, we'll say.
Okay.
So he is going to throw a couple of punches with his fancy new gloves. That's a 21 and a 23.
Yep, those both hit.
Okay. That is it's 19 magical bludgeoning damage, and then he will bonus action he'll bonus action flurry of blows.
Okay.
Person out. That's 22 and a natural 20.
Yeah.
So that is, so the regular one is 12.
Okay.
And then the natural 20 is 29.
29 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, you go in there and you're just like, you're moving like they're just in slow motion. You end up kind of pummeling this guy kind of over and over until you're able to kind of work your way around and he goes flying off. Goes
Nope.
flying off the deck
Nope.
of the.
No, Kleatos won't do that. He doesn't
No?
want to kill him. He doesn't want to kill him.
Oh, okay. Well,
He
then
just-
he finishes him off by hitting him and just driving him into the deck.
Yeah, perfect. And
He
then
still makes it screamy.
no, that's cool. Yeah, it's and then Kleatos will use more of his movement because if it's only like 35 feet, he's like at 55 now. So he will move over to the other rail.
Okay.
And he's gonna stand on it so they can't use it, or it's
Okay.
at least harder for them to use it.
So there's kind of a mage at the end of each of these, and then two
Mhm.
people like on either side loading. So there's like 3 people on each rail.
Oh, there's 3 people on each rail.
Does that? So you kind of knocked the person who was like loading
Mhm.
at that moment. So there's
Does-
one person on the other side of the rail.
Does
They kind of like alternate loading, and then the
Does-
mage is at the end.
does Kleatos get the sense that the other 2 people would be able to utilize the gun, or that they needed the person he beat up?
You feel like there's one mage that's kind of back towards where the scourge is,
Mhm.
and there's another person that was loading. So you feel like that mage, it would probably take a longer time. Like the reason why they have multiple people loading is so
Mhm.
that the mage isn't using his power or her power up on like moving the physical blocks onto the rail.
Mhm.
You have a feeling
So-
that there's kind of 2 grunts loading, alternating to keep it moving fast,
Okay.
and then the mage is,
So he feels like he's sort of disabled that in a
he's
weird
made
way.
progress,
He's made
but
progress.
he hasn't disabled it.
Okay. He'll let's see, that's all of his movement anyway. He'll bonus action disengage, and then he'll get up on the are they all next to each other, or is the mage is way in the back and then the loaders
Yeah,
are
the 2 mages are kind of back at the end of the
Okay.
rails.
okay.
So like on this sorry, just drawing. So the little sorry.
Oh wow.
The X's are the people that are loading,
Okay.
and the M's in the back are the 2 mages, and then the scourge is kind of right here next to the person who's steering the ship. Sorry,
Okay.
did you see that? Did I keep it up long enough?
Yeah, so the loaders are like a distance away in front of where Kleatos is now. Right?
The loaders are like you beat up and knocked out one of the loaders.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kleatos is then going to he will bonus action. Oh, he can't bonus action disengage. He'll just use half his movement to disengage, and then I think that's most of his movement.
Okay. All right. Digger, you're up next, and then Horatio, you'll go after the enemy ship people.
I cast a new witch bolt.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
While
which
you're being dragged through the air.
Because witch bolt's concentration,
Okay.
so I can just cancel that.
Okay. So you're gonna just cancel that?
Am I mid-air? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, brother.
Why?
Because you said you were gonna try to hold on to it and like stop it, and you lost your roll against it. So you were holding on, and it kept moving, and it started moving with you.
Yeah, but it hasn't moved far enough to take me off the ship.
Oh yeah, dude, it's hauling ass. Yeah, you're like hanging on to a vine that's attached to the rail of this, and Rock is hanging on to his rope that is attached to the enemy ship behind it.
Well, then I'm going to.
I mean, you're a cat. You'll probably land on your feet.
I always
And
land
whatever you want.
one. Let go. Switch to the broom.
Okay.
And then shoot the other one.
Okay. All right. What are you trying to shoot?
The witch bolt.
No, but what are you trying to shoot with the witch bolt, buddy?
I'm trying to take down the flyboy that's on
The
fire.
dragonfly?
Yep.
Okay.
I notice this at all.
Do I need to? Does a 25 hit?
Yeah, 25 hits. Roll me a d6.
Fucking 2 again.
A 2 again?
Yeah.
Vine whip.
But it's gonna do 36 damage.
All right.
Earthen damage.
Earthen damage. Okay. All right. The enemy ship. So, Kleatos, the Scourge is going to move into combat with you,
That seems
and he
unnecessary.
is going to take a giant swing in your general direction. And he will make 2 attacks. Oh, those are d10s, not d20s.
You can use
That makes
those
it harder
if
to
you
hit.
want.
Okay, 1 is definitely not going to hit. The other is 21.
Nope.
Okay. Oh, just kidding, he makes 3 melee attacks. 1 more. And that's not going to hit either then. Okay. The other 2, the rails, the guy that's near you is going to load one, and the mage is going to shoot that off. And on the other side, one is going to be lowered, and the mage is going to shoot that off. So everybody who is on the dragonfly needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20.
All right. So Lom, you're going to take a whopping 4 force damage as 1 falls and hits the deck, and then that is going to be their turn. So Horatio, you are up, then the dragonfly, and then back to the top at Lom.
All right. So as a bonus action, I can move Bigby's hand 60 feet.
Okay.
Would that get me from the dragonfly to me and then to pick up Rock?
No. You could probably bring it to you, but these ships are continuing to move, and you're still
Yeah.
on the Gossamer Rex, correct?
I moved 30 feet, so
Okay. You
it
moved
was-
off the deck, so you're like
Yeah.
on the ground next to the Gossamer Rex.
So I could move my 30 feet again, have it
Mhm.
come pick me up, and then get to Rock.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That seems reasonable. If it has 60 feet of movement,
Yeah.
you move 30, it comes back probably. I'll say that it's able to do it because the ships are still moving pretty quick.
Does that get me and Rock up to the deck of the ship?
I'll say that you could probably move onto the deck of the ship for your next turn, and Rock could probably move up on his turn.
Okay. Would you say I still have an action because it's a bonus action to move it, and if I move myself onto the
Yeah, you have
hand?
an action.
All right.
So you can use that to move onto the deck, or you could use that to make an attack.
Yeah, I'll just move onto the deck.
Okay. Horatio, that's bold barding right there.
It is. We'll see if it pays off.
I would
I
never.
could make an attack from Bigby's hand, but I think I'm just going to walk onto the deck and get into melee combat.
Well, I can't make an attack. I'm holding Rock on the hand too.
Oh,
just-
because
He's
couldn't
just
you
busking.
use a spell that didn't need concentration?
I could.
Well, you know what you should do is you should just use the hand with Rock and just tell Rock to hold something sharp and just start slapping stuff.
I was
Fly
kind of
swatting.
waiting for that. I thought that you were just going to be like, can I just bring the hand back and slap at the ship?
Dude, fastball special.
Can I throw
Yes!
Rock at...
Rock just gets launched with Bigby's hand.
I can move the hand 60 feet and then do an action. So can I use Forceful Hand to throw Rock at the big dude on the deck?
Absolutely.
Which big
Excellent.
dude on the deck? I'm pretty big.
The one that's not you.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Make an athletics check here. That's a 4 plus 8, so that's a 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll buy that. Joel,
Rock's
if
just
you don't
yelling.
have inspiration right now, you can have inspiration as well.
Ooh. As Rock's flying through the air, he's yelling, "Life Force!"
We're not calling it that.
this warm? Tell me if it's warm.
Should be yelling Air Force.
Space Force. All right. So Horatio, that is your turn. The dragonfly is going to attempt to fight back. The mages are going to shoot at that ship. They'll take out one of the loaders, Kurt's stepbrother, on the other side. So there's only one loader left on either side, Kurt and Bill. And then they just took out Perry. So sorry, Perry. The one that you already took out, Kleatos, was front end. Okay, so Lom, you're up.
I'm gonna be sitting there doing my stuff again and been like, well, you found him. Hi, how's it going? And then continue to going back to work.
Okay. You hear him kind of yell from the side as he's trying to use a shield to block magic that's coming over from the other ship, and saying, well, no real good right now, but, any union day's a good day, right?
Agree to that one. Is there anything like on this ship that, with my knowledge, that I could specifically do if there's like something that I'm not remembering?
What do you want to do with the ship, Lom?
I'm besides the magic users, I don't know.
Ramming speed.
Shit. Can I somehow instruct this thing to try to, I don't know, start making it go for a semi-soft landing? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Make me a history check.
Don't fail me now. Natural 20.
Yeah, Lom, you run over to the mast, and you pull down as hard as you can on a lever, and the front of the mast kind of sets down, and out of it, there's a large rod that's on a kind of swivel right here, and it locks into place, and you can see that there is a cable that ties back to the mast, and you see it running up the mast. And on either side, you pull down what looks like two cranks, and someone comes over, and you both start just kind of rotating these two kind of extended arms, and I need you to make me an athletics check.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Okay. That will be a 19.
Okay. So you get on one side. On the other side, you see this kind of hulking half-orc skeleton make its way over to you, and he grabs the other one and he starts rotating it, and he says, "You Lom, I'm
Yep.
Doug."
Nice to meet you, Doug.
And so you guys are rotating, and as you start rotating, the lower sails of the kind of two paired sails on here start to rotate from kind of catching the winds sideways, and you see them kind of act as flaps to bring you down and kind of catch that wind and push you down towards the kind of floating landmass safely. All right, Rock, you're up. You are being hurtled towards the air towards a large kind of traditional Undertaker-looking dude with a giant morning star who is kind of right behind Kleatos and swinging wildly at him.
Well, that doesn't make me happy. So as I fly into him, I'm going to attack with a flurry of strikes.
All right.
Because life force and throw punches as fast as you can.
True story.
14, 29, 22, and a 24 are my two hits.
All those but the 14 will hit.
So 3 hits. For 8, 9, and 6.
Okay.
And then as he lands, he's going to like slide to the dude's back.
Okay.
And instead of using my second attack, I'm going to grab my shield and axe.
Okay. All right. So you're prepped and ready to go for your next turn, and he did a nice little bit of damage there. Kleatos, you are up, and then Digger.
Kleatos is going to give Rock a high five. So that was really good. And then he is going to they like look it's like look at the elbows and then they Kleatos is going to this is going to say lesson number 2, and then he is going to disengage, and he is going to run on back to the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to use his first attack to shove the person who is steering the ship out of the way.
Okay.
So that's a 27 to hit. And I think it's like a strength check or something. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah. He scored a 14.
Okay.
On his strength check.
So that's, I rolled a 16. So
all right. So he's
19.
pushed back 15 feet.
I think 15. Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah. So he's pushed back, and he like gets pushed against the. Essentially, I mean, he can't stop. You know, I mean, or he can't go 15 feet, so he's just going to ram into the side of the rail.
Perfect. And then Kleatos is going to try to. He'll use a second attack and his bonus action to try to tear the steering wheel off of its base.
Okay. Awesome.
I assume, I don't think I have to hit it because I can just grab it. I can roll for it if you want.
That's, I mean, make me a strength check.
Okay.
See if you can pull it off. It's
that's just straight strength or athletics.
Athletics. That's fine.
Athletics is 25.
Yeah, you just rip the wheel straight off.
Great. So that will be like, so it's like second. So then with my bonus action, can I throw the steering wheel at the scourge?
Hell yeah.
Great.
Inspiration, please.
25 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
I don't know what damage that is. It's a martial arts strike.
D12.
Okay.
Steering wheel damage.
Plus Dex is not bad. That's 14 steering wheel damage.
Yeah,
Great.
that's amazing.
And then he'll, with his free action, he'll just point at the person who's leaning up against the railing, who got shoved real hard, and be like, "You stay right there."
Okay.
He'd be like, "Go get him,
If
Rob."
you didn't have inspiration, please take it. We're all right, Digger, you're up.
and then Elijah.
Okay.
So the gospel. So with this sort of with what Lom and the Dragonfly crew are doing, it feels like they're stabilizing the.
Yeah, they're working on trying to like stabilize it,
Okay. Elijah's
or
gonna,
at least slow its descent, because it's still on fire at places, and it
Sure.
looks like it's taken a lot of damage.
Yeah. But he will command one of the Quetzalcoatl's to the other one will move a little more central and help try to kind of pull up the front.
Mhm.
And the other one will is going to fly back toward one of the mages that's flying, and then it has 80 feet of flying speed, so it's going to dive.
Yeah, I can make it
30 feet at the mage and make a bite attack, which just a moment. Plus 4 to hit. 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, that's 66 plus 2. 21 piercing damage, and then it'll fly away,
Okay.
kind of back up to height, and it doesn't get opportunity attacks when it flies out of the way.
Okay. That sounds good.
Cool.
All right, Digger, now you're up.
Did you say there was mass like sails?
Yeah, there's 2 pairs of sails. It's like dragonfly wings. Basically like upper sails that are still moving it forward, and then 2 lower sails that have rotated to kind of slow its descent as much as possible.
Can I shoot at the lower sails with my crossbow?
Sure, just like with the crossbow, nothing magic.
No, just because I'm trying to rip it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can shoot.
Am I picturing this correctly? Because I picture like Digger is here, and the ship is here, and it's coming.
He's flying alongside of it on his broom.
Oh, okay.
Because he swapped from his broom, like holding the vine to his broom.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
Yep.
The sail. It only does 8 damage. I should have thorn with.
But how much does it hurt morale?
That's what I'm
That's
really
a good question.
There's the outside damage, and then there's the inside damage.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to hit it, but it doesn't do a whole lot. It looks like the kind of sails themselves are cellular.
Cellular?
Cellular.
Like Verizon, Altel, like
exactly
5G.
like knickers or shoes. Okay. The enemy ship. There are 2 mages left. They are going to shoot again to the deck of the Dragonfly. So Lom, I need you to make me another dexterity saving throw, and Horatio, if you could just make one for Doug, that would be great.
17.
That's 13 plus whatever Doug's dex is.
Okay, so 0 is 13. Okay, so Doug is going to take a full 19 force damage as something explodes right near it. Lom, you'll take half of that. And then the one of the people left on the deck of the enemy ship is going to attack. Ooh, is going to attack Rock with a natural 20.
That's gonna hit.
And he's going to hit you for 15 slashing damage as he pulls out his rapier. And then the Scourge is going to move into combat again with you, Kleatos, after getting hit by a steering wheel.
Didn't hit you, it was a steering wheel. This is uncalled for.
Wow. None of those are going to hit. And one of them's a natural one.
Rips over the steering wheel trying to get to me.
Morningstar gets caught in the steering wheel.
And then one of the mages is going to attempt to hit you, Digger, and that is going to
Hit me?
Yeah.
Why? I've done nothing wrong.
Okay, but you're not one of his buddies, which makes you one of the people that he does not like. Also, you have a flying broom, which might be a good way to make a getaway. He didn't say it was going to hit. I have to roll it just like you, buddy. But he's casting magic missiles, so it's going to hit. Oh, hey, that's not bad. 14.
You missed.
What's that?
You missed.
No, 14 damage. Magic missile.
Yeah,
but thank you for that. That was cute. All right, Horatio, you are up, and then the dragonfly, and then back to Lom at the top of the pops.
All right, are both mages injured, or is one uninjured?
One is injured, and the other is uninjured.
One got attacked by a giant legendary bird.
Yes, that I knew. So the uninjured mage, Bigby, is going to grasp that one. And that he's a medium or smaller creature, correct?
He is a medium or smaller creature.
I get advantage. That's 22 or 20. So 22 strength to grapple that mage.
Yeah. Let's 12.
Excellent.
So yes, he's grappled.
Perfect. So he's taken care of. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the other mage.
Okay.
So he needs to make a wisdom save.
All right. Well, I rolled a 2, so probably not.
Nope. That is 15 psychic damage.
He's a puddle on the ground right now.
Perfect.
You're in. Pete, he was scared of the voices.
Well, that's what happens when you hear voices in your head.
That's what you call flavor.
I thought they talked to you.
Wait, is your song for that Randy Orton's theme song?
No, it is.
Okay. That's all your stuff?
Yep, that's my bonus and my action.
Okay. All right. The dragonfly is going to do its best to make some saving throws. Lom, why don't you make me 3 dexterity saving throws? You tell me what you roll. I'll tell you how they do.
Okay. One is a 16.
Okay.
Another is a 15. And
Okay.
the last one is an 18.
Okay. Yeah, it's slowing its descent, but it still has a lot of velocity. There's small hole whistling through one of the um, wings, wing sails, as it were. But it's your turn.
Is there anything else that I could remember that would help us in this situation? I'm trying to remember.
That's
Or
probably
just not.
about it. Kind of deploying these sails is kind of the best thing that you could think of
Are
in
they
terms
fully
of kind of
deployed
shifting.
then?
You could attempt to do the upper sails as well, but you'd have to use your action to climb the mast.
Is the bottom one just fully extended then?
Yeah, the bottom ones have rotated, and so you could climb up the mast to like the next platform there and deploy. There's a similar set for the upper ones that would basically act as kind of slowing, further slowing.
With the way things are going. Balls to the wall. I rush up the side.
Okay.
Do
Make
the
me a
same
dexterity
thing.
check. Let's see how well you shimmy your way up.
It is a. Hold on, let me grab the numbers. That'd be a 19.
A 19?
19.
90-teen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19 is good enough to get up there, and then make me an athletics check to deploy.
That is an 18.
All right, so you use your movement to kind of shimmy up to about 2/3 the way up the mast, and you kind of pop out this kind of secondary piece, and then you like jump out onto the bar and like use your weight to like pull it down, and you can see it on kind of a counter pulley rotate the upper wings around like this, and then make me a dexterity saving throw. We'll see how you land.
Cool. That would be a 23.
Yeah, you like superhero land on the deck of the Dragonfly as it's kind of slowing its ascent even further. It's only about kind of 10 feet above the surface of the rock face, and it's about 70 feet from the edge of the landmass. So we'll see how quickly you land. Okay, Rock, you're up, and then Kleatos, and then Digger.
Okay. So
Okay.
knowing that he got slashed and he is bleeding,
Yeah.
as he kind of spins with the attack,
Yeah.
but is very aware that he's now bleeding and kind of comes around to face the dude again.
Yeah.
Only he's like, I'm not angry, as he goes into his rage.
Perfect.
But he's like chanting it and like trying really hard to not be angry.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not mad. I'm not even mad. I'm not mad. And he's going to take a swing with his axe.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
You're swinging at the Scourge,
The
the big dude.
You said the Scourge moved away and another dude came in.
Yeah, there's
right?
still that one guy right there. Yeah. 14 will hit that guy. Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to hit for 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I follow that up with my unarmed strike. And
Okay.
if a 14 hit, an 18 will hit.
Yep.
And that's going to
So here's a question. You said that you pulled out your sword and shield. So is your unarmed strike with your shield now?
It could be a kick.
Okay. Okay.
Or, you know what'd be better? Is
No,
with the
tell me.
hand that's holding the axe, he
Just-
punches him with his fist
Nice. I
while
love it.
still holding the axe.
That's beautiful.
And that's going to do 12.
Okay. All right. That dude you knock out.
Okay. And then with my second attack,
Yep.
I'll take that on the Scourge.
Okay.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 16 points of damage.
All right. Nicely
And he's
done.
still like, not angry. I'm not angry.
Okay. Kleatos, you're up with Elijah and then Digger.
All right, Kleatos is going to. Can he tell, like, so this is also a sort of sail-powered airship, it would appear, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Kleatos is going to. He's going to make one attack against the Scourge. He's just gonna look. I'm busy, and then he's going to. That's a 21 to hit the Scourge.
Hit the Scourge.
Yep.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that's 13.
Okay.
Magical bludgeoning damage, and he's going to do a stunning strike. So that's a 15 con save.
Yes. 17 plus something.
Okay. Kleatos kind of shrugs. Just like I said, I'm busy. Right. And Kleatos is going to he'll bonus action disengage, and then he will he can run up walls and stuff. So he'll just run up and over the back of the ship, and then down under the ship to where the rudder is.
Okay.
And then if he can break the rudder off, great. But he wants to at least kick it so the ship is going away from the island.
Okay. Why don't you make me a melee attack?
Okay. I rolled a 19, so 29.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to crack it, and it sharply diverts. So everybody that's on that ship needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
On the enemy ship or the Dragonfly?
The enemy ship.
Okay.
And for Horatio and
no.
All right. And
19.
For Horatio and Joel, you're going to be making it disadvantage because you're not seeing this coming. But it doesn't get any more disadvantagey than that.
Nope.
Oh, it's with your dice.
So, Rock, what did you have?
Dice too.
I know.
I got a 16.
Okay. So, Horatio, you are thrown from the deck of the ship as it makes a sharp kind of jerking motion away from where you're standing. What does Elijah do? Where's Elijah up to?
Elijah is on the ground. He has been, while he's like maintaining his concentration on that, he's been helping people like get out of the way and helping people evacuate the ship mostly. He will, when he sees the ship kind of go off course, he is going to bring the other Quetzalcoatl back to help lift the ship again, and just he's mostly busy evacuating,
directing traffic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Digger, you're up. You're flying alongside the Dragonfly. The Dragonfly's got about 70 feet left of land underneath it, and it's about 10 feet off of the ground.
That mage that attacked me.
Yeah.
I'm going to put him in a mental prison.
Okay.
So he has to. He's got to make an intelligence save of 18.
So is that the one that's grappled by my hand?
Yes, it would be. So I'll make it a disadvantage. Ooh, rolled a 17 and a 19. Let me see what his intelligence modifier is.
This was a mage for the Dragonfly, right?
No.
No, this is a mage. This is a mage from the Scourge ship.
Damn it. Okay.
It seems like he's saved.
All right.
So I don't know what that means.
Was that what you wanted to do, or did you make a mistake by accident? Because it's a lot of stuff going.
He wants to attack the dragonfly.
Yeah, I want to attack. I thought he was like defending the dragonfly, but you know, these things.
No one's
happen.
paying attention to you.
I'm paying attention.
So he's still gonna take 5d10 like damage.
Okay.
And that's gonna be. He's only gonna take 20.
Okay. Horatio, when you're thrown from the ship, I think that we should probably make a check to see if you can maintain concentration, shouldn't we?
That's fair. So it's a 4, 6 total.
Okay, so after he kind of like recovers from the kind of mental prison shock psychic attack, he's able to kind of like push with his magic out, and Bigby's hand kind of slowly lets go and then disappears.
Okay.
All right. The enemy ship. Wow, there's not a whole lot left. The Scourge is going to attack you, Rock. Let's see, a 20 and an 18.
The 20 will hit.
Okay, yeah, the other one's lower. It definitely doesn't hit. Okay, so he comes running at you, and he swings his Morning Star, and uh, 24 piercing damage. And then the mage that was held by Bigby's hand, you see him reach into his cloak and pull out a dagger with a purple hilt, and you see him slit his own throat and then disappear into a cloud of mist. And that will be the enemy ship's turn. Horatio, you're up.
I'm going to cast Dimension Door and teleport myself back on the ship.
Onto the ship that's crashing?
Onto the ship that I left.
Okay. Watching you do the mental gymnastics, like, is this where I want to go?
It is, just in case someone needs to help get off the ship.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So you cast that. You're up on the ship. There's basically the Scourge and Rock are embroiled in battle. And that's pretty much it at this point. Everybody else is really like unconscious.
And that's my action. That's all I can do.
Yep. Okay. So the Dragonfly, Lom, I need you to make me some saving throws for the Dragonfly. And we're going to see if you guys can get this thing to stop before it goes over the edge.
All right, so 3 again?
Yep, 3 again.
All right, so this is a 18, 16, and a 15.
Okay. The Dragonfly crashes into the ground, still going at a pretty quick velocity, and is rocketing towards the edge. And roll me a d6, Lom.
4.
It is 2/3 of the way left on the cliff, and it's starting to move over the edge as the velocity continues to carry it. You see a lot of people on the deck like running to try to get to the back of the ship to jump off, because you can see that it's pretty banged up. And for most airships, the kind of anti-gravity, the kind of lighter than air ore that you guys remember
That's
from
gone.
the very early episodes that are mined that kind of power these airships is usually kind of within the ship itself, and so it crashing in is probably not going to allow this thing to kind of stay aloft if it were to go over the edge. So you see there's the kind of skeleton with the wizard robes is kind of doing his best and running. The half orc skeleton that was kind of helping out, you see him kind of picking up some of the kind of people that are on deck, and kind of running towards the back. And you are kind of on the deck near the mast. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw to kind of keep your footing as things are happening.
That will be a dirty 20.
Okay. You're able to stay up, and the dwarven skeleton that you saw earlier is running towards you, and kind of helps you kind of to your feet, and starts running and kind of like pulling you along towards the back and saying, "We got to get off of here."
Don't have to tell me
Um,
twice.
All right, so Lom,
Yeah.
make me some rolls. We're gonna need to have some successes here. Let's roll 3 successes before 2 failures, and we'll see how far you get.
All right. Do I do I get an add or do I just straight roll?
Yeah, you can add your dexterity.
Okay. Okay. That is a 16.
All right, that's a fail.
21.
That's a pass.
That will be a dirty 20. Sorry.
That's a pass. This is it, buddy.
$21 again.
All right. So as you are both kind of running towards the edge, the dwarven skeleton, as you're kind of getting past, the dragonfly is continuing to drag off, and as you get towards the back and you're running, he kind of like gives you a push off of the back as the dragonfly teeters over the edge and starts to fall. Rock, it's your turn.
Okay, so Rock is just like, punch faster, I have to punch faster, I have to punch faster. And so he's going to trip hammer 4 punches
Okay.
into the Scourge as fast
Right.
as he can. 12, 27, 28, and a 16.
All right. The bigger 2 will hit.
For 11 points of damage and 12 points of damage.
All right.
And can I do the religion check to see if Rock notices?
Yes, absolutely. You can make an advantage.
21.
You're starting to feel like that your speed is more than it was. It's not just kind of your fighting prowess that is fueling you right now. It is kind of the world slowing down and you tapping into the rhythm of the world. That you are able to move faster than the kind of time is allowing. And you are kind of landing these blows with a righteousness that goes beyond um, resolving conflict. This is something more.
As he feels the like heat build in his hand,
Yeah,
and all this stuff going on, he's just gonna have a moment where he's like, I am angry. At which point he is going to sit down and he's going to focus on his hand.
Okay. All right.
He's going to contemplate, and he's going to sit in his anger.
All right. Kleatos, you have kicked the keel and damaged it. This ship is going down towards the kind of middle end of the kind of rock mass, but not rocks mass. And you're upside down on this ship. It's only about 20 feet above the surface of the mass at this point.
Okay. Kleatos is going to run back up to the up top side, and as he does so, he is going to run by Rock. Appreciate that moment that Rock's having for a minute. And then he's gonna just, with some speed behind it, just clock the surge right across the mush.
Okay.
That's 20 to hit.
Yep.
And he'll do a stunning strike on that.
Okay.
That's 11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 15 con save. Por favor.
Oh no, that's
Didn't
bad.
make it. It's good. You're on our side.
No, he definitely did not make that.
Perfect. Then while he's stunned, Kleatos is going to tie him up securely with the rope that he has. And for good measure, he's going to put a bear trap on his feet.
Okay.
Gets them every time. They can't move.
All right. And
so
then Elijah continuing to.
Elijah will command the Quetzalcoatl to stand on the back of the dragonfly, taking some visual cues from what everyone's doing, which it's a huge beast, so it's probably pretty heavy. And he'll help. Since it seems as though the Gossamer Rex is going to be fine, he'll help with the dragonfly evacuation effort, or move toward it so he can, try to get himself in position to do that. And then just because it's been a while since I had a successful stunning strike, the Scourge is stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay. All right, Digger.
I'll fly up a little higher. Can I see the Scourge?
Yeah, he's on the deck. Kleatos has tied him up.
All right, I'm going to get within 60 feet of him and use the old finger of death.
Okay.
So he's got to make a con save of 18.
Oh no, that was a 2.
All right, so he's going to take a minimum of 30 necrotic damage.
Yeah, you hear him cry out in pain, and when you do that, you feel the kind of familiar prickle of the void speaking to you, and says, "Yes, Digger. This is the servant that I need."
He's humanoid-esque, right?
Oh yeah.
Perfect. He's a zombie that's permanently under my control now.
Okay. All right. So Horatio, you are falling.
I'm back on the ship. I teleported back there.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Okay, so you're still falling. This thing is nose diving towards the.
Kleatos sees Horatio just falling to his doom. He's like, "That's probably fine. That's probably cool."
I mean,
so what do you want to do?
So I'm going to move up to where the wheel of the ship should be.
Okay.
See it's not there. See Rock's sitting on the ground. I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder, say, "Buddy, we got to go." And then I will dimension door again. 500 feet, which I don't know if that'll get me back to the ship or the Gossamer Rex or not, but I'll get as close as I can.
Yep. Okay, so you guys you are on the deck of the Gossamer Rex, and as this all plays out, you see the kind of giant birds going to try to kind of salvage the dragonfly as it's tipped over the edge. Lom is kind of like hurtling through the air and landing on the kind of edge of this floating mass. Elijah is kind of running towards Lom and the dragonfly. You hear the Scourge kind of cry out as that ship absolutely like piles into the ground,
Ouch.
just
I'm on it.
just exploding and splintering.
Okay.
Um,
I'm okay. I'm on the ship.
yeah,
Okay.
Kleatos, you're Kleatos.
He's just like
you-
just hops off like casually.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I just assume you're gonna monk shit. So I was going
Well, yeah,
to I
but
was
he's
gonna
gonna-
narrate something cool, but if you want to
No,
narrate,
that's cool.
what
I was just
Kleatos
like
does.
I was concerned because I'm still on there. Yeah, Kleatos still has Scourge all wrapped up, even though he's like dripping zombie juice or whatever. So he will he'll like, as the ship approaches, he'll hoist the Scourge up on his shoulder, and he'll use his he'll sweet new shoes to bounce up onto the mast to get a little bit of height, and then
Okay.
he will just make a big old leap, arcing over and floating gently down to the ground.
Great.
With the cool explosion happening behind him,
Yeah, no doubt.
as he's like,
Yeah, that checks out. So this happens. The kind of dragonfly is falling. The bird is kind of like trying to save it. And Lom, you recognize as you're kind of getting up that you feel something in your pocket. And as you reach into your pocket, you pull out a soft stone that has a forge engraved in it. And as you kind of make eye contact with it, you hear the voice of Hilda Twilight Forge in your head. And it says, Lom, your father, he's alive. And you disappear. And that's where we'll end this episode of D&DDT with the one and only the Tasty Boys.
tasty,
Tasty
boys.
I need to do
Interdimensional.
one thing real quick, James. One thing.
Okay, yeah.
I end my own rage.
Inspiration. And that's where we'll end episode 105 of D&DDT with the one and only the Tasty Boys.
Tasty
boys.
boys.
Interdimensional.
I just got one more thing. All right, that's how we'll end it.
You should add that
To
part after
everybody
the song.
viewing, thank you for another lovely double episode taping here of D&DDT. We'll be back in 2 weeks in lovely February to tape episodes 106 and 107, February 10th from 7 to 10 p.m. With Nate, Ryan, Warren, Dan, Joel, me. So come on back. Check out all of our other offerings here at Known World United on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. Coming up Wednesday, February 3rd, we are debuting a maxi series of a Mass Effect 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons skin. Ongoing, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We're going to maxi series and see what up. And they're going to be alternating with us on Wednesdays. And as always, you can check out Down in Outlands every other Monday with a replay on the Sunday prior. And on the extra days, we're switching things up a little bit. We're going to have one night that's going to be a Jackbox social hour that'll be streamed. One that's going to be just a social hour to hang out on our Discord. So if you'd like to be a part of the Discord, please let us know. We're going to hang out, play some games, maybe just shoot the shit. And then we'll have a monthly one-page party on Monday Fun Day with the one and only Lady Christie, continuing with simple RPGs that have a very low hurdle to join. So if you're interested in those, check it out. As well as a Sunday one-shot RPG. We've had Tales from the Loop and many others during that spot. Also some D&D one-shots. So if you like that flavor of Extra Life, come hang out, check out, join the Discord, sign up for the newsletter, which we'll be sending out with opportunities to get involved with Known World United throughout the year and to be a part of our Extra Life team, should you so choose. Raise money for kids and their families that are in need at Gillette's Specialty Children's Healthcare here in lovely Minnesota. So, without further ado, thanks for watching and have a lovely evening.